One of my all-time favorite places to go on a vacation is Disney World in Orlando, Florida. It's also a great getaway destination, in my opinion, because it's such a huge resort that depending on what parts of Disney World you choose to visit, you can get different experiences from the more energetic vibes that you get from the attractions and the theme parks to the more subtle, subdued, laid back, relaxing vibes that you get from walking around different areas of Disney World and seeing the landscape and appreciating that other side of Disney World. So while Disney World is known for their attractions, theme parks, and all the crowds, there are also plenty of other wonderful spots for a relaxing walk and a nice stroll if you want a change of pace and just have a relaxing time. Not everybody wants a vacation where you just go crazy and do a lot of stuff and are constantly on the move and overstimulated. Or if you're like me, you kind of sometimes want like a mix. You want a rhythm to your vacation if possible, where you mix in high energy stuff with more relaxed vibes. And definitely Disney World can give you a change of pace if you know how to structure your Disney World vacation and visit the right areas. So in this video, I put together some spots in Disney World that I think are going to give you that type of vibe where you can walk around, take a stroll, and enjoy nice sights so you're not going to get bored. And you are going to also get to appreciate a more subdued side of Disney that is still very, very nice and very worthwhile, especially if you are an adult and if you want to really take advantage of the relaxing side of your Disney World vacation. So in no particular order, let's start with the first spot that I think is great and is, I think, highly recommended, in my opinion, for a nice walking area where you can take a leisurely stroll, and that's Crescent Lake. So the Crescent Lake Loop is basically a lake that is surrounded by a couple of Disney resorts called the Boardwalk, the Yacht Club, and the Beach Club. If you've never been to Disney, then you might be pleasantly surprised to learn that this area has a nice boardwalk atmosphere when you walk by the Boardwalk Resort. It also has some nice shops, restaurants, and entertainment along that boardwalk area. But you can also find a little bit quieter spots if that's your vibe. If you take a walk early in the morning or later in the evening by the Yacht Club and the Beach Club. Now, one of the great things about this particular Crescent Lake area is that you can also walk into EPCOT Center and access EPCOT from the back through World Showcase. And that's an entrance called International Gateway. It's a nice change from going in through the front of EPCOT, where it can be a little bit more chaotic and more congested. Going through the back of EPCOT, even if there is a slight line, it's okay because you go right into World Showcase, and that's something that is a little bit of a different kind of situation than if you have to go through the front of EPCOT and then go all the way to the other side of EPCOT to get to World Showcase. So this is a nice little perk, kind of like a place that if you've never been to the Yacht Club, maybe there's a possibility that you've never actually seen this entrance. So definitely that's one of the perks of staying at a resort like the Yacht Club, the Beach Club, and to a certain extent the Boardwalk, is that you can access EPCOT from that back area, International Gateway, into World Showcase. Next is Disney World Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. And I picked this resort because it offers a truly unique and natural setting, complete with nature trails. There are several wooded trails where you might spot deer, rabbits, and even wild turkeys. It feels much more like a wilderness escape than a theme park resort. And if you explore the campground areas of this resort as well, you can wander through the various loops of the campgrounds, admiring the campsites and the beautiful decorated areas, and head down to the Bay Lake for a different view. And you can also rent bikes as well if you want to do something besides just walking. But it's a real nice area, and it looks totally different than what you might have a preconceived notion about Disney would be. But this next place also is kind of fits that bill as well. Has a more rustic vibe, and I'm talking about Disney's Wilderness Lodge. So this resort has a rustic Pacific Northwest theme, and it offers serene walking paths. Shaded garden paths are my favorite because you can basically walk among the pine trees and rocky landscaping. These paths provide a tranquil escape, and they're very comfortable to walk on a sunny day because you do have access to quite a bit of shade in this area. Also, Boulder Ridge Villas walkway in this same Disney Wilderness Lodge area is great when you can follow a trail walking around Boulder Ridge, looking at the villas and the scenic overlooks that are really nice, especially if you find yourself near the horse barns. It's kind of an ambiance that you wouldn't expect to see at a place like a Disney World. But Disney World is so huge. This just proves a point about Disney being so diverse and having so many experiences to offer, but you have to go and look for them and travel around, walk around. There's so much to see in Disney World, and this is just a small example. Next is Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa, and I'm talking about the walkway from the Grand Floridian to the Polynesian Village. And this is a nice scenic walkway, nice and tranquil. It's a path that offers really nice, beautiful views of the Seven Seas Lagoon and even Cinderella's Castle. It's a pleasant, relatively flat walk, so not too many hilly areas on there between two of Disney's most iconic resorts. And speaking of iconic resorts, these next two are not iconic per se, but they're really nice and charming in their own right. I'm talking about Disney's Port Orleans Resort at Riverside and also the French Quarter. So if you take a walk by what's called the Sassagoula River Promenade, it's a scenic promenade that winds along the Sassagoula River. It offers a relaxing walk beneath moss-draped oak trees. It connects the two Port Orleans resorts. They're kind of like sister resorts. So you can enjoy both French Quarter's charming streets, kind of like New Orleans Mardi Gras type of vibe, and the Riverside's more tranquil setting. So again, the Sassagoula River is a huge waterway there that kind of connects the two resorts, and it's a great relaxing walk. It's rather lengthy as well, so if you go at a leisurely pace, you have a lot of time that you can kill there walking and really having a great relaxing time. And there's even boats that you can catch there as well and go to other parts of Disney World, including Disney Springs. So that's an awesome place to go for a walk. And a lot of people, unless you've stayed at these particular Port Orleans resorts, might not know that this section even exists. Next is a large resort in Disney that is called Coronado Springs. It's not a super popular resort with families because it tends to have a lot of business people there because of the convention center that's located adjacent to that place. But it's still a great place. Sometimes you can get a good deal as well. It's kind of like a moderately priced resort. It's in the moderate class in Disney World. So it's a good underrated resort. But if you want a good walk, it's a large, expansive resort with a trail around the Lago Dorado. So there's a large lake, and this trail goes around it. And this area offers a mix of Spanish, Mexican, and Southwestern architectural influences. This is kind of like a Mexican type of resort that is very festive, very nice in a really calming sort of way. I really like the vibes in this resort. It's not too themed out like maybe places next to the Magic Kingdom, like the Contemporary Resort, but this is a good resort if you want to have a great room, not spend too much money, but not have just the regular value rooms in a value resort. You want to kind of step it up a little bit. This is an underrated resort. And again, it has a lot of spacious walking areas around that lake, and it has a really nice pool as well with a giant pyramid as kind of the centerpiece of it. So Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, a nice resort and a great place to walk. Next is Disney's Old Key West Resort, and this one is modeled after the laid-back vibes of the Florida Keys. Old Key West offers peaceful waterfront paths, along the canals and golf course. It's a really relaxed and spread out resort, so again, great for walking. Next is the walking path between Disney's Art of Animation and Pop Century resorts. These are two value resorts, so they're going to be among the more affordable, budget-friendly priced options. But there's a path that goes around the Hourglass Lake between those two properties that features fun, oversized icons from classic Disney and Pixar movies. So plenty of photo opportunities that you can have along the way as you walk on a nice, pleasant, relaxing stroll around that Hourglass Lake between Disney's Art of Animation and Pop Century resorts. Next is Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and I'm talking about Jamba House and the Kidani Village. While not traditional walking trails, they do offer the ability for you to wander around because it's an expansive area as well. And the grounds of Animal Kingdom Lodge especially offers unparalleled views of actual animals that you can see without paying to go into Animal Kingdom. You can actually see and observe animals grazing on the savannas from the various viewing areas and enjoy the immersive African-themed architecture and ambiance. It's a really unique and pleasant environment. One of my favorite underrated Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge area. Next is Disney Springs, and I'm talking about the Disney Springs Promenade area. And while Disney Springs itself is a vibrant and shopping, dining, and entertainment district, the entire area is basically designed for walking. So you can stroll along the waterfront there, explore the different themed neighborhoods from the marketplace, town center, west side, and the landing, and enjoy the lively but still kind of relaxed atmosphere. The waterfront areas there offer great views of the boats and various restaurants, and walking from Saratoga Springs, if you're staying at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, especially the Congress Park section, there's a dedicated walking path that leads directly to Disney Springs from Saratoga Springs. So this is a nice way to kind of start your day from walking from Saratoga Springs to Disney Springs. And it's a nice quiet start or end to your day if you walk back to that resort. So there's different resorts on Disney property that you may or may not have stayed at. And one of the great ways to explore Disney World and get more out of it is to enhance your walking experience by walking in the areas that I mentioned, because there you can also check out and tour the various resorts along the way that you may not have stayed at before, but you might discover and realize that you might want to check them out in a future visit to Disney World. So it's kind of like accomplishes multiple purposes by walking and also seeing the resorts that Disney has. So without paying, you can still view them, check them out, and see if you might want to stay at one of them in your next visit. Tips for enjoying your walks. Well, if you go in the morning or evening, these times obviously offer cooler temperatures and fewer crowds. Wear comfortable walking shoes because you'll be doing a lot of walking. Bring water, stay hydrated, especially in Florida's heat and humidity. Look for hidden trails. Disney resorts are full of intricate theming and small details that are fun to discover on our leisurely stroll. Consider a resort hop. Even if you're not staying at a particular resort, you can often take a bus or boat to another resort and explore its grounds. And again, this is kind of like what I was alluding to before, that you really should take advantage of the variety of resorts that Disney has and kind of use them as almost like another theme park type of attraction where the main attraction is you touring other resorts. It's a lot of fun if you like a nice, subdued, relaxing vibe, and it makes you walk as well because you do have to do a lot of walking as well. So these spots offer a great way to experience that other side of the Disney magic and the Disney World outside of the theme park hustle and the bustle, allowing for a more relaxed and immersive experience. And so that way you can even see the other resorts and the beautiful landscaping and the unique theming. So anyway, guys, hopefully you got something out of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.